Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Nasrin Parasalai. In today's video, we are going to study about MHC, that is Major Histocompatibility. I prepared this video from Gate Bar Technology Notes exam point of view. This video will be sufficient if you didn't touch this topic, that is Major Histocompatibility thing. And I have taken the notes for this video from QA Immunology book. Let's get started. So major histocompatibility, they are mainly involved in intracellular recognition, and they are the major role of this MHC is that it is involved in discrimination between a self and a non-self. So it is helped in sorry, one second. This helps in discrimination between self and non-self, and it is present in the chromosome 6 of human, and in mice it is present in chromosome 17, and the genotype of this MHC is that it is polymorphic, and usually this MHC will be present as a membrane bounded form, and it has a haplophytic genome, that is one haplophite from mother and another from another from father, and it is a codominantly expressed, that is both the maternal gene, that is mothers, and paternal gene product are expressed in the same cell, which is not the case of usual thing. So four concepts you should aware. This MHC is polymorphic, it is haplotype, and it is codominantly expressed, and it is present as a membrane bound form. The next thing is that there are three different type of MHC. First one, class 1, class 2, class 3. Class 1 will encode glycoprotein, and this protein is present in all nucleated cells. Okay, and this class 1 will present antigen to all cytotoxic T cells. Class 2, it will encode a glycoprotein that is expressed on the surface of antigen presenting cells, both the professional and non-professional antigen presenting cells. And this class 2 MHC will present the antigen to helper T cells. Then class 3 MHC, it will encode a secreted protein that have an immune function, mostly that is complement component and inflammatory component. So class 1 and class 2, they will encode glycoprotein. Class 3 is encoding secreted protein. The class 1 MHC and peptide interaction. So class 1 molecule bind to a peptide and present them to CD8 T cell, that is cytotoxic T cells. And here the peptides are derived from endogenous intracellular protein, and they are digested in cytosol. The digested protein will be transported from the cytosol to the cisternae of the endoplasmic reticulum. And in the endoplasmic reticulum, they will interact with the class 1 MHC molecule. And here they will present the antigen to the respective immunological molecule. And this pathway is called the cytolytic or cytosolic or endogenous pathway. Okay, class 2 MHC peptide interaction. Class 2 MHC molecule will bind to the peptide and present this peptide to CD4 T cells, that is called helper T cells. In general, these peptides are derived from exogenous protein. The exogenous protein may be self protein or non-self protein. This exogenous protein are degraded in an endocytic pathway, that is most commonly the membrane protein will be internalized by phagocytosis or by receptor-mediated endocytosis. They are derived from membrane-bound protein or protein associated with the vesicle of endocytosis pathway. And here the degradation will occur in lysosome. This pathway is called as endocytic pathway, since the degradation of the peptide will occur in endosome. It is nothing but our lysosomes and phagosome. So this is a schematic diagram of class 1 and class 2. The class 1 molecule and class 2 molecule, the membrane distal domain, the membrane proximal domain, the transmembrane segment, and the cytoplasmic thing. In next thing, I'll give a detailed explanation, guys. For class 1 molecule, it is made up of two similar subunits, that is peptide binding domain will be in alpha 1 and alpha 2 subunit. For class 2, it is alpha 1 and beta 1. In class 1, there is an extra structure called beta 2 microglobulin. This beta 2 microglobulin has been bound to this alpha subunit in a non-covalent manner. Okay, nature of this peptide bounded cleft. Here you can see it is closed, it is continuous, but here you can see it is open and it is discontinuous in nature. General size of bounded peptide. Here in class 1 molecule, the bounded peptide ranges from 8 to 10 amino acid. Okay, and here the bounded peptide size range from 13 to 18 amino acid. peptide motifs that are involved in MHC molecule. Among all the four different type of motifs, which peptide motif is involved in MHC binding? So anchor residues at both the end of peptide will bind, and these anchor residues are generally hydrophobic carboxy terminal anchor peptide motif involved in binding. And here the anchor residues are not being positioned in both the side or both the end. The anchor are described in the entire length. Nature of the bounded peptide, that is what kind of protein molecule will be bound to the MHC molecule with respect to class 1 molecule. Extended structures will interact with the MHC cleft, but it does middle arch up away from the MHC molecule. Whereas for class 2 molecule, a extended structure is held at a constant elevation above the floor of MHC cleft. That is, I can explain you by having this diagram. So nature of the peptide which is bound. The peptide bound is an extended structure in which both the end will interact with this MHC left. But in the extended structure, the middle structure alone are away from the MHC molecule. Okay, but here it has a constant elevation. So this is what with the respect to nature of bounded molecule. So I think in 2017 we got a question from this MHC molecule. So prepare in that way. First three points are much more important. Although you can leave this thing which is very important for me to even teach for you. So you just hold the peptide binding domain, the nature of the peptide binding cleft, the size of the bounded peptide, and about this, that is beta 2 macroglobulin is present in this class 1 molecule, whereas it is not present in the class 2 molecule, and it is have a similar peptide structure but it is have a different structure. And class 1 will present to CD8 plus, that is cytotoxic T cell. Class 2 will present to CD4 T helper plus, that is helper T cell. And this pathway is called the cytosolic pathway, which in which peptide digestion happen in cytosol, and here it is called as endocytic, where the peptide digestion will occur in endosome. So that's all for today's video, guys. If you want more notes in this format, then please do tell me in the comment section below. I have started my YouTube channel recently, so if you have any corrections to be followed, please tell me in the comment section below, and I will also improve myself to provide a better content for you. That's all for today's video, friends. Thanks for watching.